kind of nervous making this, to be fair. It's been quite some time since I made my last video, but I just want to kind of give y'all an update. And I'm not one to like stir the pot, but with the whole situation of what's going on with TFue and Banks, kind of put me into a spot that I feel like I should talk about. Not really completely giving my opinion on their situation, but as much as reflecting it on one of my own. So yeah, let's run this. So number one, the first problem that popped up was that with the Turner situation, I get why Banks is upset. More than upset, I get why Banks is really hurt and feels betrayed. And the situation with me and Raz kind of matches that in a lot of ways. I feel like I can relate to Banks. I'm sure Raz will be able to relate with Turner. So I didn't want to make a topic on this immediately because I felt like it was kind of early, and I felt like whether I had already found my piece with it, but I wasn't sure if Raz had kind of come to terms with just how things are. Didn't know if there was still salt in the wound, pretty much. So I wanted to give things time to settle down and kind of blow over, so that what I say in this video won't be as, won't sting. Like, I just want, I even for me, I think waiting a good amount of time is somewhat therapeutic because it now allows me to be unbiased and not act out of a certain emotion. I can just be completely calm, cool, collected, and now that I've gotten over everything, and now that I'm in a better spot as a human being and as, esports entrepreneur and just everything else, I'm in a better spot. So now this is easier for me to make. So with me and Raz, things had kind of started to spiral out of control when we had different interests. I wanted to make this happen more than anything in the world, and I think Raz couldn't put in the time. There was other things going on in his life and just other things that he prioritized over the game. So it was easy for me to kind of exploit that. It was easy for me to be like, hey, I don't feel like you want this as much as I do, and even at the time, I was kind of looking out for both parties. I wanted him to take a break. I told him that I don't want him to come back to esports, and then I brought up the Knoxville tournament, which the only reason I brought that up to him was because I felt like if the tables were turned, if Raz would have just not said a word to me and just got a team packed up and went to Knoxville and played without me, I would feel kind of hurt because, one, I've never been to a serious LAN before, and I don't know, it would just kind of be, I would take it personally. I would be upset. So I threw it out there. Things happen. With me and Raz, the situation became more complicated with our last pretty much sit down and talk. I told him that I had no bad feelings, that I hope him the best. And that's one thing with me, is I would never wish anyone bad. I would never hope anyone fails, because I'm not that kind of guy. I don't talk bad behind people's backs. I don't shit talk them. If I do trash talk, it's in a joking way. Like, these are my friends. Like, I'm not gonna be like, he's actually a horrid human. I'll be like, yeah, he's a piece of shit, and then laugh. But I don't know. That's just my friend group is weird. So on a serious note, like I said, I wouldn't wish anyone bad. I would hope that Raz has the most success in what he does as far as his career goes right now. I hope that if he wakes up tomorrow and decides he's going to move to the West and make $1 million, I hope he does. I really do, because I don't want to see anyone do bad. Like, I'm a man of a lot of positive energy, so I want to spread that out. I took some time to work with an old friend and his organization, and now I'm in a new spot, which I'm going to talk about after this portion of the video. But going through all that and seeing all that kind of made me realize some of the errors I had and some things that I need to stand by, because I don't think I was wrong about. I told Raz a lot of times that I needed this to happen, and in the last argument we had, one of his points was that I always said I needed this to happen, and not we have to have this happen. But I can't speak for it. Like, I feel like one thing he got wrong is I shouldn't have to speak for you. If you know you want it, you know you want it in your heart. I shouldn't have to tell you that. Like, that shouldn't be. It's not like I told him, dude, I need this more than you do. That would be different. But I told him that I needed this to happen. Like, this is my dream. I want to see this through. So I feel like then it's not really putting someone down. It's more of opening the window of, if you want this, stay on board. If you don't, then don't. So we got past that conversation. I told him, I'm sorry that if he has hard feelings, I told him that I'm sorry for anything I would have said if it had negative annotation to it, and I wanted to genuinely get by this. He left me on red. Hasn't said anything since then. So I understand that he's hurt about it, and I'm sure he still is. I'm sure he still thinks about me with negative annotations. He still probably dislikes me, hates me, what have you. I'm sure he doesn't like me, and I feel bad that he feels that way because I still like him. I hope he does well. I hope he wins the lottery tomorrow. He's able to take care of his family and his friends, and I hope everything works out for him. One of the biggest things is I'm okay with being someone's scapegoat. If for Raz, he has to look at me and think, oh, Fade is why I didn't work out in esports, Fade is why I never won anything or went big, I'm okay with that. As long as that gives him some kind of as long as it makes him feel better, as long as it feels content with it, then I'm cool with being the scapegoat. I know it's wrong, but as I said, as long as it doesn't eat him, as long as he's able to just be a happier human, then I'll take any sacrifice. Because I'm that guy. Like, for me, when I called someone my brother, it wasn't. I don't use that word lightly, and that's one thing that bothers me with the whole Banks and TFue situation. Is I can relate to that. With Ghost and Raz, I called them my brothers. I treated them like family. I would do anything for them because they were my friends. I would have been over backwards and jumped off the fucking cliff for these guys. And for someone you call your brother to not be able to even just return a text or be a man and apologize for something that might have happened, even if they thought they were in the wrong, just be a big guy, be like, hey man, I'm sorry this shit went down. It just shows you how things aren't how they used to be. A long time ago, calling someone your brother meant something. It really meant that you had their back through thick and thin. And I feel like people now use that term way too lightly. Oh, hey, bro, or what's up, brother? They just use it way too light. And maybe that's why the word doesn't have meaning anymore. Maybe, that's why family doesn't have that much meaning as it used to. But for me, it does, obviously, because I'm a family man. If I call you my brother, I got your back. That's just how it is. And me and Ghost were able to be grown-ups, be men, and come together and talk things out. And we're on a good page now. Obviously, I was salty still after for a little while, but now I realize that it's the past, man. Just be a big guy, hope the best for people, and if they don't want to be your little friend or whatever, then that's cool. Just hope they do well, and give them blessings. And that's what I'm trying to be on. I'm trying to give that same positive energy. So the whole thing with Raz is done. It's dead. It's in the past. We don't work together. We're not friends right now. And I wish him luck. Sincerely, I wish the kid luck. So since then, I've been working with people back and forth. I joined Cull Esports, which is an organization that Kismet is a partner in. She's a co-owner, or COO in. I've been working really hard for them, trying to find content creators and trying to be the best me. Me and Kizzy actually have everything planned out for Miami College Chance, since this is the last year that Call of Duty won't be franchised. It'll be open. It'll be open to the public. So I'm definitely going to go. Do what I can, fucking grind my heart out, and just have a good time. It's on Miami Beach. What much more could you ask for? You know what I mean? You can fucking watch the event and go to the beach and have a kick-ass hotel and the local food, just everything. It's going to be such a fun experience. I cannot fucking wait. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that I gave away my Anaheim pass so I can come to Miami. That for me is just fucking, it's incredible. I cannot wait. So I'm with Cull now. Breathe is still there. I kind of handed over most of the ownership to someone else so that they can take care of the organization while I work in Cull and try to better myself and better their organization and help them grow, because I feel like we all had the same kind of drive. And yeah, a lot going on in my life. Things have changed. I finished my cybersecurity certificate with Southwest Community College. Um, I'm looking at getting a new job. I met a significant other, and things are going good with us. Um, I'm working hard, whether it's my real life job, on the game, for the organization, whatever it may be. I'm working hard. Like I don't take off days. I give it my all, so I can see some kind of output, and I have. I've seen a lot of good things come out of this, and I've had a lot of blessings over the past couple of weeks that I'm really thankful for. So, yeah, guys, I'm still me with the same work. I got the same views, same drive, the same heart, and things are good. So, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me fucking rant for like 12 minutes. I appreciate everything you guys do for us, all the support you give me, and just all of the just the view alone helps us out. It helps me tremendously. So I couldn't thank you enough. But it's been your boy Fade. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Peace.